how on earth did you take on such a difficult task, and how is it being the president of a casino that it can't be thriving right now? What is the situation?
Well, it's been quite challenging to take over a property during this pandemic. There's many restrictions in the state of New Jersey, Atlantic City proper. Borgata has faced these challenges, but the entire gaming industry has not faced a challenge like this in the history of gaming. So what we're doing right now is we're preparing for the best, and at the forefront is safety of employees and the safety of our guests, to ensure that when a guest or an employee enters our property, there's a sense of safety and we're going to be healthy.
So give us a sense of how many of your practices have changed that are very COVID specific, that I would imagine adds a little bit to your cost and may lower the number of patrons that you can serve.
The true challenge in the market is the limitations on occupancy within the casino. We're limited to 25% occupancy. So what we've done is we've only marketed to customers who wanted to talk to us through digital, database marketing, social media. Our restaurants are at 25% capacity with 6 feet of social distancing, so very limited access into any fine dining, casual dining, or quick service areas. We've only yielded our hotel rooms to 50, 60% in order to take care of that 25% occupancy on the gaming floor. We've also implemented a comprehensive multi-layered 7-point safety plan. That's through MGM Resorts International. And we designed that plan in conjunction with medical and scientific experts.
Yes, I'm sure every last dot was put on the I's and the T's were crossed as well. Melonie, what does it mean for the business model in terms of, payouts, for example? Or, did you have to scale back on payouts, or did you have to close certain types of games that are just not worth having played because they don't generate enough revenue to pay out?
It's not necessarily closing out games, it's the social distancing aspect on the gaming floor. So what we've done is we've closed every other slot machine for social distancing. And on our table games, we've limited the number of positions to 50%. And we're also using polycarbonate barriers to protect our dealers and our guests as well. So it's the social distancing. Everything has to be socialized 6 feet apart from the next guest.
Yeah.
One of the things that's happening in Canada, Melonie, is that there will be much more targeted response as we hit our second wave here. And so they've just closed, for instance, strip clubs here altogether. They're limiting bars. Places like these and casinos are on the list, are hot spots for transmission of COVID, as we know. Are you worried that there might be more targeted closures? In other words, that casinos might not be part of a big, broad closure, but that if we see a resurgence, you'll be on a hit list?
That is always a possibility, but in New Jersey, we're not allowed to open any entertainment venues. Our total occupancy in any venue for entertainment or social gatherings has to be 25% occupancy or 25 individuals. And if 25 individuals is the max, that's the limited amount. So nightclubs, theaters, we're not doing any convention sales at this point to limit the exposure to our customers.
Who is coming, Melonie? Is it people mostly from New Jersey, or are you getting tourists? Are you getting out-of-state travelers?
Fortunately, Atlantic City is located with two large metropolitan, 1/3 of the country's population is within driving distance of Atlantic City, and that's Philadelphia and that's New York. So many of our visitors are driving in from Philadelphia, they're driving in from New York, and this provides our guests a nice getaway to come in and have some form of entertainment if you choose not to fly.
We've definitely seen a rise in online gaming. It's actually been a boon for businesses that are focused there. What has Borgata seen? How are you trying to capitalize on that aspect of the market?
Well, fortunately, year to date through August 2020, we've seen an increase in online gaming of 174%. So while we were closed during the pandemic, our customers still wanted Borgata, so they chose Borgata in online gaming aspects. That's through sports, online casino, and poker.
What's next, Melonie? What are you hoping for? I know in New York there are certain industries that are lobbying for quicker reopening, but it's questionable as to whether lobbying is the right thing to do on that particular score. Are you guys lobbying, and where do you want to get to in order to become profitable again or more profitable?
Well, actually, as far as profitability, in September, month to date, our year-over-year slot revenue is at 86% of prior year, and our table revenue is at 53% of prior year. So it's not lobbying for a quicker opening. We're wanting to ensure that we have safety first, and we're abiding by every protocol that's been established and put in force by the state of New Jersey. So it's safety first, not necessarily just opening and expanding and increasing the number of positive COVID cases.